why don't I not move that guy full-time, leave him part-time, or hire,
I'd say at least hire the one person,
and that's it for right now.
just until we figure out what the hell we're gonna do.
I just don't wanna lose her. I don't want her to go someplace else and get hired.
Who is this Molly at the state
She's a good
police?
employee.
She good looking?
Use the
No.
restroom, excuse me.
No, she's not really good looking.
Your wife, she'll cut your pecker off. Sorry, really.
She has to
My wife's sorry,
She has to start way over there, come this way.
I thought if I replace Connie, it's gonna be a blonde, 24, big tits.
You all got the memo that came out yesterday. Between Connie and Stephen Skinner, I don't know what anybody makes. Because we got an order that says what they made when they were hired, but that doesn't necessarily mean what Skinner put down on the sheet.
That's right.
And rather than follow the order, Connie's been paying whatever came down on the sheet from Skinner. Well, we're basing the budget on what we've got in the order book, and they're basing salaries on what Skinner sent down. We got 5 employees that have been paid 50 cents an hour more than they're supposed to since July. And she says to me yesterday, well, I hope you're not gonna roll their pay back.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, and I said, well, Connie, we gotta do what's fair. I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna handle it yet. And she says, well, I just want you to know, we acted in good faith when we gave them that money. I said, who's we? She said, well, that's what Stephen Skinner sent down here. I said, well, you had an order from the judge executive that was $11.
I brought this to the People's Administration's attention, I want to say back in September, that we had several. I didn't know for sure who, I knew for sure one, and I brought it to their attention. Basically what they told me is none of my fucking business, stay out of it.
Well, when they talked yesterday about Skinner didn't have supervisory authority, I've got the paperwork where he was signing payroll.
Yeah, he does.
That's supervisory, when you're signing what the payroll is gonna be per hour. He was having direct contact with the employees in setting salaries. It's his signatures on the paper, the 2020 form.
When did Connie ask you that?
Yes, yeah, man.
Was I around?
Well, she's not gonna ask that in front of you.
I would've been pissed off if she did that.
I was more than pissed off. Because I gave her the memo, Connie.
I really like her a lot.
Pat sent the memo out, and I went to Connie, I said, this memo's coming out. I said, and I was just right in front of her desk, I said, I'm telling you right now, you are not to adjust payroll for any reason. Well, when the employees, I said, you don't work for the employees, you work for the fiscal court
I'll
and the
tell her
judge.
that Monday too.
I said, it's in writing, I don't even know this, I didn't understand, I didn't hear. You pay based on the executive order only.
That's all.
Well, if they don't send that down to me, I gotta pay what's on the 20s. I said, no, you don't, you pay what's on the executive order.
Boy, I like her, she's really dedicated.
I done you a good favor, didn't I?
You can't do it. You don't have the money.
over here.
Won't you do me a better
You
favor?
can't do it, Chris. We gotta take her back over there and figure out what the hell to do with her. You don't have the money to pay her.
What?
Well,
He doesn't have the money to pay her.
and that's kind of what I was.
That's what he was getting at.
A minute ago.
He doesn't have the money. I mean, I know.
We got her here and we're paying her, but we don't have a need for her here. She serves no real purpose for us other than answer the phone.
Wait a minute, we gotta have somebody to answer the phone.
But you can't pay
You
somebody
don't need to pay
48.
somebody $48,000 a year to answer the damn telephone.
Well, then she
You
gets.
can hire somebody off the street for $10 an hour to do that.
Miss Wilson cannot file and get her stuff caught up because she's answering the phone 5 days a week and it rings constantly.
I know it rings constantly.
I wanted Connie to answer the phone Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and let Miss Wilson do her filing and try to get that caught up Mondays and Fridays, and have Connie, if she's got any downtime, in there to help her.
Well, I thought
That's how I was.
We thought she was doing.
Human resources.
Human resources for you, and we.
Well,
and that,
she can.
if she had done Becky
She can do that
Kleiss's
too.
job, but it looks like they've taken Becky Kleiss's money and already spread that money around. You don't have the money to pay her. Your budget can't sustain her salary. You've got $60,000, and her salary would be 25 of it.
God, Scott, I'm sick.
Well, I'm just telling you that.
I understand it completely, and I understand you want her to do what you want her to do, but she's way overpaid for what you're gonna have her doing. I mean, that's.
But not if she does human resources, but
But
who's doing the human resources now?
But he can't do that within this budget and
With
sustain Connie's salary.
Oh, well, it puts us in a pickle. With your salary, we told the magistrates, Maybe you can talk to your girlfriend Jacqueline and get that worked out.
I know what Jacqueline's gonna say.
Well, I know what she would say too. You're right.
I know exactly what she's
What's she gonna say?
She's gonna say July 1st, Connie Mcclure has to go. That's what she's gonna say.
Really?
Yeah.
Jacqueline will do that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, you got a situation where, quite honestly, the woman's been paid $48,000 a year to be a payroll clerk.
Yeah, she's way overpaid.
Way overpaid. She's way
She's been
overpaid.
there 26 years.
But the position's only worth so much money. I don't care if you got a brain surgeon sitting there doing it. The job is worth a certain amount of money.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you got rid of Connie, it hurts you next time around.
Yeah, it hurts you.
Why?
I'm just telling you.
Why?
She wasn't for him this time.
How many years she got in?
25.
25.
So she's got, what, 2 years to go?
She can
No,
retire.
she retired now.
She retired July
She can
1st.
retire July 1st. With, now, if she stays one more year, she gets a little more each year she stays, but she can retire.
Well, I'd say it's probably time for her to retire.
Well, I like Connie.
I mean, if you were kicking somebody to the curb that couldn't retire, that'd be cold-hearted as
Yeah.
hell. But if she can retire July 1st, and she'll draw 90% of her benefits, 90% of her salary, 90% of what she would get if she stayed 27. Her health insurance is paid for her for the rest of her life.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you got rid of Connie, it hurts you next time around.
Yeah, it hurts you.
Why?
I'm just telling you.
Why?
She wasn't for him this time.
How many years she got in?
25.
25.
So she's got, what, 2 years to go?
She can
No,
retire.
she retired now.
She retired July
She can
1st.
retire July 1st. With, now, if she stays one more year, she gets a little more each year she stays, but she can retire.
Well, I'd say it's probably time for her to retire.
Well, I like Connie.
I mean, if you were kicking somebody to the curb that couldn't retire, that'd be cold-hearted as
Yeah.
hell. But if she can retire July 1st, and she'll draw 90% of her benefits, 90% of her salary, 90% of what she would get if she stayed 27. Her health insurance is paid for her for the rest of her life. You know. With what
Yeah,
she's making,
remember,
it's time to retire.
Steve Kellum got rid of Terry Peoples because he ran against him. And when he did that,
It hurt him.
that killed Steve Kellum.
What do you think's harmed me politically?
I think it
Care
would.
less.
I think it could.
Yeah, but I don't care about
People don't
politically.
forget that.
Well, I don't know about that.
She's a little old lady that lives down in Corinth in a shack on the lake.
But she voted against you, and she voted against me.
Well, that's not what everybody, when they get out there talking, they don't think of that.
Well,
They think what the administration did to a little old lady down on the lake.
a lot of people don't know what it is.
And a lot of them will see it, well, he did that because she didn't vote for him.
Well, they don't know that.
The fact that he's kept
No, but they'll speculate it.
every employee
It's a pretty good
Judge
statement.
Link had in place is a testament to the fact that he didn't do political firings.
That's true.
Okay, so let's do this.
And a lot about nothing.
Stephen,
Stephen, I got some questions. What?
I got a solution to our problem. I got it. You ready to hear it? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you Connie, and you give me him.
No.
Yeah. Hey.
Can't.
Well, no, wait a minute,
He can-
now
he can
wait,
come down.
can Connie come over here for my pay and I go over there for hers?
Well, that's a pretty fair question.
Well, what do you make?
30.
No, come on, you ain't leaving. He's not leaving.
Wait a minute. Wait a
This
minute.
meeting is now over.
We gotta figure out how we're
We
gonna get
don't
around this,
like
and we
that.
gotta figure out this situation with Connie sooner rather than later. From a money standpoint, because right now, you all haven't got the money to sustain her in your budget and hire
Can't
even
sustain her
one
till
person.
July?
Huh?
Nothing, I'm just kidding. I know what you're saying.
And there's no money in other line items to pull from.
You told me you had money for her.
Well, I mean,
And you meant, you thought
I
it.
do, but I don't.
I know.
I do, but I don't.